FlossTube. Welcome to my stitchy home. My name is Becca and today's date is Sunday, May 12th, 2019. Happy Mother's Day for those of you in the US. Hopefully we'll get this uploaded today, Mother's Day. This is my second FlossTube. If you have above, I'll try to figure that out, and also in the description box below. If you have watched and subscribed to my videos, thank you very much. Let's see. Oh, the quilt in the background. I wanted to introduce that. That is called Square Dance, and it was a mystery quilt from simplycolorful.com in 2017. And it was quilted by the person who runs the simplycolorful.com website, Lynn Marquidant, and I'll mention her again and the Simply Colorful website later in the video as well. Okay, I have a couple of questions for you if you can help me out. Number one, if you make videos, whether YouTube or whatever, what software do you use to edit your videos? Because I chose Filmora 9, and I don't really have anything to compare it to. I just sort of read and watched some videos from other people who edit videos, kind of what they talked about, looked at a few examples, but if you have something that you use that you just think is outstanding for a beginner like me, please, please. Oh, I'm wearing Priscilla and Chelsea, the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. I'm wearing their Stitching with the Housewives shirt that I got off the Fat Quarter shop, and love that. Very comfortable. If you're interested in wearing a stitching related shirt, I recommend it. Go to fatquartershop.com and you'll find that. Finishes. So I want to show you an old counted canvas work finish that I did. I started it, I think, in 2009 and finished it in 2012. And let's see if I can show it. And it's called Copper Optic. Let's see, I don't know. It has beads in it, and it has metallic thread. It was on Congress cloth, sorry. Not mono canvas. So it's a real tiny stitches. I will look to see if I still have that, and if I do, I'll put that information in the description box below, what magazines it was in. It was a 3-part series, so it might have been in the A&G magazine, but anyway, they did it as a kind of a stitch along, as a club thing, and I started it with them and then got frustrated, and it took me a while to get back to it, but I'm super happy it's done, and it hangs over where I sit and stitch, so makes me really happy to see it done. And let's see, I showed this last week, measure twice, cut once. Let's see, this is the Prairie Schooler from book number 130. And I told you I was going to finish it on like a fence-like plaque. This is what I meant. So it's it's got batting over foam core. I stretched it over foam core. So that is done, and I can find a place to hang that. I did not show this last week. This is it's a canvas that I picked up at a stash sale. It's called Sunset, and it's by Jenny Morrow. It's a counted canvas work design, and everything was done on it except the French knots on the tree and some of the blue at the top of the canvas. So I finished it, and then I fully finished it by cutting some scrapbook paper, the yellow and the blue, and putting it in this shadow box. And I think it's done on mono canvas. So anyway, that will go in our Embroiderers Guild Christmas auction to raise money for education. And then I don't think I showed this to you. Well, I showed it last week, just that I finished stitching it. It's called Garden Bliss. It's from Silver Creek Samplers. It's on 32 count Belfast. Bramble is the color. And I put it over batting and foam core and put it in this shadow box. So I'm keeping that for sure. Okay. And then this is a needlepoint. It was a kit 4 years ago, and put it aside a couple of years ago when I had finished stitching it and I blocked it, and I wasn't happy with how it turned out. But you all inspired me to get her done. So I'd already cut out the back for the pillow, and I'd already created the piping. I just had to put it on the canvas to turn it into a pillow. So it is now a pillow, and I usually give something magnolia themed to a friend of mine, Bronwyn. So this will be going to her. And if you're watching, Bronwyn, stay tuned because this is gonna come to you. Maybe we'll get together for lunch. So I love that, and I'm so happy that it's finally done. Okay, then I have a new start that I finished. It is called Sunflowers by Jeanette Douglas. And it's just a cute little thing that I picked up at the stash sale. I already had the Sudbury House pincushion base. And so I stitched it, and let's see here. And I got the little yellow pom-pom trim. The pattern actually came with a sunflower charm. You can see that there. And I'm not sure because the picture didn't show the charm, but the pattern mentioned there was a sunflower charm. So I'm debating about whether I want to put that on there or not. This may end up being my small exchange for StitchCon, and if so, then I think I'm going to create I've got a little bit of this blue material left. It's beautiful blue material. I think I'm going to create a scissor fob. So I might include the charm in with the scissor fob. I think that might be a good compromise. But I stitched it and finished it this week, so I'm super happy about that. Okay, what else? Stitchy Mill. So I took the advice of Steph from Just Keep Stitchin, FlossTube channel. If you don't watch Just Keep Stitchin, you should watch Just Keep Stitchin. But Steph mentioned using these peels. And I'll show, she showed it on their video, these little peels. They're meant to wrap around, here's a picture. They're meant to wrap around a spool of thread to hold the thread on and keep it from unwrapping. I think she said somebody else came up with this idea, but she is using them on her Q-snap to hold the excess frame, excess material. I've got a lot of excess material here, so I just put these on. They just came in the mail this week. I just put them on. I have not stitched with them yet, but I'm going to, and I'll just go ahead and show. This is the Tracking the Seasons design by Twin Peaks Primitives, and I did make some progress on this week. I finished the willow tree and I started stitching this barn. So, yeah. So it's coming along. I didn't spend a lot of time on it, but it is coming along. And I just wanted to show you, if you're interested in something to hold your excess fabric on your Q-snaps, you might investigate these peels. This set of 12 was $5.99 prime shipping. So very affordable. The super exciting piece of stitching mail is I won the tote bag that Pam and Steph of Just Keep Stitchin had on their Sunday video a week ago. And that came in the mail with a nice little card, a very sweet card. And this is the bag I won. You've probably seen it in other people's FlossTube. It's a backpack. Got the arms. It's 100% cotton, made in China. Kind of a denim, feels kind of like a denim material. And on the back, I had not seen the back shown, but beinmybonnet.blogspot.com. I think that's Lori Holt, and Fat Quarter Shop. So this came from Fat Quarter Shop. And I will be using this when I go to StitchCon in June. Are you going to StitchCon? It's at the end of June. It's a Thursday night through Sunday morning get together of stitchers, cross stitchers, FlossTubers, people who follow FlossTubers. I think they're expecting close to 400 people, and it's in Cincinnati at the Sharonville Convention Center. And I'm super excited that I get to go. I hope, if you're going, I hope I see you there. Let's see. That's okay. That takes care of stitchy mail. And I showed progress on tracking the seasons. So my other project that I worked on is the online class I'm taking through the Shiny Needle Society. And this is called the Right Kimono. It's a counted canvas work design by Tony Gerdes, Gerdes. And I'm still working on week 1. And I goofed. It's okay. It's all good. But you see her red circle up here? It had maroon and yellow stripes in it, and her circles were a little higher up. I was just happy moving along, couching down that beautiful red sparkly ribbon, and got past the halfway point and went, ooh, wait, I'm supposed to do stuff. So I put a maroon stripe in, and I've got all my circles stitched, and I even did, you can see the mirror. I did a Jessica stitch around the little mirror. It's got a little mirror in there. So mine does not look the same, but that's okay. There's no way I was taking that beautiful ribbon out, so it'll be fine. But I'm hoping to finish this tonight, and then there's another circle in the background, a blue circle. It looks like it's all one stitch, and that's the last of week 1. Week 2's assignment comes out Tuesday, and so I want to have week 1 done before week 2 begins. So I will be continuing to work on that project over the next week. I'm actually going to go to a friend's house for a couple of days this week. My friend Gil's having cataract surgery, so I'm going to hang out with her for a couple of days, and then I'm going to a quilt retreat. So that brings us to plans. Besides working on those 2 projects, I am planning to quilt 5 table runners at the quilt retreat, and possibly put a final border on 2 quilts. So let me, you know, if you're not interested in quilts, this won't take long. But this is a table runner. that I already have put together. I just need to quilt it to the back fabric. And this is another one. This is Christmas themed, and you applique holly, a holly leaf and berries. And I haven't done that, so I'll have to do that. And then quilt it with batting and backing. Here's another one that I have done. And I just have to quilt it to the back. And then this is one. So, yeah. So this is the 5th one that I need to do. And it's got a diving theme. So, if perchance my friend Joanne is watching, or her daughter Cassie, this will be a table runner for Cassie. And I also found material to make one for Joanne's daughter Amy, but I didn't bring that over here to show. So future video, I will show Amy's table runner. So that'll be a big job to get all of these table runners quilted, bound. A couple of them are gifts. A couple of them are maybe for me. So that's future plans for this week at the quilt retreat. And then, so my travel kind of sort of cross stitch is this Christmas sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings. It is not impressive. This is one of those situations where the picture just does not do justice for the piece. So I am not stitching it on the called for fabric or even the called for threads. Steph of Just Keep Stitchin up at Keepsakes in Cincinnati, she helped me pick out fabric and threads. I'm using Gentle Art Bayberry and Barn Door, Classic Colorworks Barn Door. So, my large letters will be in the red, my small letters will be in the green, and then all of these are for the little motifs found on the piece. So this picture just does nothing for it, but it's going to be great. And so that is sort of my travel piece. If I'm at an appointment or something, I take that. So I'll also be working on that. Okay. Oh, and maybe I will fully finish the 2017 Linen and Threads mystery piece that I showed last week into a bell pull. And I'd like to do that. I don't know if I'll get that done this week, but in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. Okay, shout outs. I want to shout out a FlossTuber, HoosierApple. I binge watched her videos this week, and they're short videos. They're not too long, unlike mine. And I really like her. I subscribe to her channel. And another channel that I watch every video is Jan Hicks Creates. So if you're not following Jan, she lives in Hawaii now, and if you start with her from the beginning, I think she and her husband lived in Maryland, and then back around Christmas time they moved to Hawaii. So you can live vicariously through Jan's videos as to what it's like to live in Hawaii. Oh, and then I said I was going to mention simplycolorful.com, who created this. They offered this mystery quilt a couple of years ago. So if you are interested in quilting, doll making, rug hooking, some embroidery, mostly quilting, there is a live you, what do I want to call it? It's a live broadcast called Fibercast, and you can get to the link through simplycolorful.com. You can read about it. It's every Friday night, mostly every Friday night at 8 p.m. hosted by Lynn Marquardant. She quilted this for me. She did the long arm quilting, and so she's in Boston. You can send her a quilt to be long arm quilted if you need to. But she has a 1-hour program every Friday night, super fun. Just to, as you're stitching, whatever you're working on, reading a magazine or whatever, you can watch or listen to her talk and as she's progressing on whatever she's working on. This past Friday was the second week of a new mystery. I'm going to hold off and see what it looks like before I decide whether I'm going to make that quilt, but that's what she's working on right now for the next few weeks. Okay, giveaway news. So as of today, right before I started filming, I had 36 subscribers. Yay! My husband gives me regular updates on that, how many views I have. My first video had how many subscribers. Anyway, if you think any of your friends, your fellow stitchy friends, or anybody would like to watch this, if this is kind of going to appeal to somebody you know, please let them know about it, share it, tell people about it. Because when I get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to give away at least 5 things. 1 kit and 4 charts for sure. And maybe more. So let me know in the comments below who your favorite designer is, because I don't know them all, and I will look through my stash. I picked up a lot of things at a stash sale, and I also have some things that belong to my Embroiderers Guild to sell for them. So if you mention a designer that you like, and I can find that pattern in the box of things for that the guild had, I'll make a donation to the guild and put the pattern in my giveaway. So let me know who your favorite designer is, and I'll choose one winner from those who commented on my first video, and then I'll choose other winners, at least 4 other winners from comments on the video I make after I hit 100 subscribers. So what am I going to give away? Well, favorite one is this Lizzie Kate pattern called Faith, Hope, Love. Super cute. So I'll give that away. I've got another Prairie Schooler. Now this belonged to somebody. These are not brand new charts, but this is Prairie Schooler book number 72, 2x2. It's the second book in the series. And I might have linen for this. Maybe. I will look. If I can provide linen, I'll provide linen. I have this, and it has a pattern. It has the pattern to stitch the words. I haven't opened it. It's sealed. It's called Noah's Ark, and I'll read it. It says, Noah would have been wise to have swatted those 2 flies. Yeah. So anyway, I will give that away. And then this is a Amy Brucken, I think. B-R-U-E-C-K-E-N. Amy Brucken design, a Jingle All the Way sock. And I have the little jingle bells. Can you see that? Little jingle bells that go with this. So this is also going to be a giveaway. And then the kit that I have, I'll show you the front cover. But I know it's kind of hard to see. It's made in Holland. So I blew up the design. The color's not quite right in my version, but it's got letters like, I think Theresa, Kitten Stitcher might like, maybe. And this is the linen that came with it, and the threads. Really pretty purples, pinks, and grays, and browns. Complete kit. And so that, I'll be giving that away. And let me know who your designer, who your favorite designer is, who you would love to win a pattern from, or kit, and I'll look through what I have. And so that'll be a future giveaway when I reach 100 subscribers. And I think that's it for today. Thanks for hanging in there. And probably my next video will be a little more than a week, maybe 2 weeks even, because of going to the quilt retreat, to my friend's house and to the quilt retreat. So I won't be around next weekend to film. But as soon as I can come back, I will, with an update. And hope y'all continue to have great stitchy progress. Thanks for coming to my stitchy home. Bye.